A lot of it sounds woo-woo and crystally and new agey, but it's actually about brain science. Incredibly helpful practice, I think.
I think when you take stress, that component, out of your life in an interfering way, and instead it becomes something that helps you to go in directions that you want to improve your life, TM makes that even more possible.
TM is something that really helped me a lot, when I needed some space and some sanity. And this not only gives back to that, but it actually reminds me, this is what I do.
It's better than Serenity now. It's similar, though. It's similar because you want Serenity now. And you can do TM anytime you want. You just sit down, you close your eyes, and you find some serenity, and there's no effort.
I don't do TM. I actually don't. Well, I meditate for sure. I don't have a TM practice, but I do have a meditation practice and a pretty serious yoga practice. They're both, I think, kind of helping me a lot, just in terms of my life. It's very busy, and so I need something to just kind of take, take a load off. It's a good thing for me.
Everybody benefits from meditation. Everyone I've ever met changed my life. Everyone has benefited from it. It's not a religious thing, it's a technique. It's available to every single person. You don't need to be talented at it. It is literally the simplest thing on the planet and available to everybody. But for those people who are really struggling and really seeing no way out of it, it is life-changing.
And we used to medicate.
Yeah.
Meditate. Excuse me. I haven't even had a drink.
We used to medicate. Now we meditate.
Well, I do think silence is really important. And I said before that, as a musician, I see it as, rest between notes. Because you don't have a piece of music if it's just one long note.
Well, it's a very... to say it's easy isn't even correct. It's an effortless technique that brings your tension level down.
It's twice a day. It's 20 minutes in the morning before you eat, and 20 minutes in the afternoon when you're ready to conk out.
What it takes in 20 minutes is like, first of all, you start concentrating on your breathing. Okay. We do so much every day. When you wake up in the morning, just imagine your brain, how fast it goes from the moment, even when you're sleeping, your brain is not sleeping. So when do we get some time for that brain to just reset?
Yeah, we meditated on the way here.
Yeah, on the plane on the way in.
Well, music is such a part of the brain. That's part of it. Just physically, your brain lights up like a Christmas tree when they put electrodes on it. If it's stimulated by music, speech does not do that. Speech is a little peanut of a place that we have in our brain called the Broca's area. But the rest of it is put together with music, so it's really effective in just making people be people. Any walks of life, whether it's healing or whether it's just having a good time or communicating. It's possibly there before speech was.
Well, I'm a pretty calm person. I'm not a stressful person. I can't say I ever really get stressful. I just sort of relax. I have a clue. What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You don't need TM.
Huh?
No.
Oh,
He's too relaxed.
Yeah, you're like the only person I would not recommend
no, I have
TM to.
I have serious radio, so
Right.
I'm all right. Yeah. I always clear my head before I go inside. I always tell performers, if you have a problem or something in your life, just take care of it. Even if it's not your fault, say it's your fault so you can go on stage with a clear head. And that's what I do. I've always trained myself to, whenever I walk through the door of my house, all my problems are gone as soon as I see my wife. I never bring work home. But my wife would always get mad at me. What's this thing about in the papers going on with the Tonight Show? Oh, it's nothing. Because my dad I never saw my mom and dad really ever argue. So I always was one of those people. The arguments are for outside the house, not inside the house. So that's not exactly TM, but it's kind of a version of it. You sort of you clear your head so you don't have problems.
But we used to meditate when our kids were young, and we would say we're meditating now, and they would just sit there with their books or their pencils, and for 15 minutes you get a kid to sit still, and they loved it. So so the effect is not just that you get it; it's the energy it creates within a family, a community.
Try it out.